Hi there. All right, so today we're gonna be looking for a small woodworking shop example or model, and we're eating. I hope you can see this. Come on, camera. Not sure if you can see this. Maybe a little bit more light, right? Is that better? Well, some green onions, mushrooms, right there, mushrooms. Some pork skin with some fat in it, and some sweet tomatoes. No, I mean not sweet tomatoes. Sweet chilies, and some steamed rice, and some of this. I don't know what you call it, oiled crunchy chili, and what else? That's pretty much it. Some coffee, and some YouTube watching. All right, come on. Excuse me, Mike. Where are we? There we go. Wait. It's a little bit too. No. I want the food too. A little bit lower, bro. You got it? A little bit higher. Okay, that seems good. So again, our workshop. Whoops. Let's go. This one looks good, right? There you go. Some onions. Yeah, skip this commercial.
Extraction, and there's a tool bag there full of tools that I take in and out of the workshop all the time. And we have more storage at the back.
Start from the beginning, bro.
A button and subscribe is really, really appreciated. So what change?
I guess you can subscribe to his channel.
Here we are in March of 2020.
I forgot his name. So you can look up Small Workshop Tour.
As I've grown, as this channel has grown, as you guys have been following me, well, all the things that I do and all the things that I make out of it has
yeah, what was that? Some good coffee right there.
And my channel, the Small Workshop Adventures, has been about, proving that size doesn't matter. Size doesn't matter. I'm a small workshop, and yet it doesn't limit me, and it doesn't have to limit you. What you do, what you make, what you build. Yes, you've got to do it out on some of the outside spaces, but actually, it's about how we think out of the box. And although I've got a small workshop, and I'm going to give you a tour, as you can see from my channel, if you're here for the first time, that out of this workshop flows enormously big projects as all shapes and sizes, all sorts of things have come out as a result of my small workshop. So I'm going to give you a tour and a show around of my workshop, and for your viewing, and hopefully you will get some ideas for yours. So the first thing I'm going to do is welcome you in.
Thank you. Welcome.
So as you can see from the outside,
my channel too.
3 meters, approximately.
3 meters?
It's actually under, and I built this a couple of years ago now.
I mean, I want to build one of these.
approximately 3 meters, coming back the other way. Looking there, looking down, and the door. So we've got 3 meters by 3 meters, but it isn't actually 3 meters squared in here, as you can see, because due to the boundary lines and how I had to build this, because of space, limited space, it cuts back across that angle there. So it's actually only about 1.5 meters wide at the back and comes out to about 3 meters down there. So we will show you around and show you all the various parts of it and say hello to Axel. So we start with the most important area, I would argue, in anyone's workshop is the bench area, as you can see. Well, this is built in, that I built this. You can see the size of it is 2 meters 20 and it's 600 depth, 600 running back to the back there. The important aspect of this workshop, because of needing to utilise all the space I can find, is when I put my vise, it is absolutely parallel with the entrance, the door. So anything that goes in the vise,
nice dog.
I can work. If it's too long, it goes straight out the door. So I built that exactly. So when I was building the workshop, I made it exactly that space, that wall, the door had to be exactly level with the bench. And here I am tripping over my stool. It had to be level so that I could utilise space out the door as and when I need it. And
delicious coffee
on various occasions. So that's the size and positioning, the importance, as we can see looking outside. We can also see there, running outside, you'll see the bench stick.
Crap, I'm just spilling the rice.
Parallel to the side of the door, the entrance of the door, and the vise gives me the ability to have longer pieces going out the door if I need to work on it. The next and obvious thing to consider when you're doing your workshop, and I had to consider, was where easy accessibility for the tools you're working with. So around the bench, as you can see, is a number of shelves and storage of where we can put all the tools that come and go from my workshop. So as you see, I put at the back of the bench.
And he's got a bunch of random stuff
at the back of the bench, and you've got various shelves.
Yeah, a knife sharpener
to put things on. As we go along the back, first of all, I created this place so that I've always got a place to put my drills, because tools end up all over the bench, don't they? And there's nothing worse than having a bench full of tools and you actually can't get on it to do your job. So that's a place for a little tool storage, just nice and simple, just for drill storage. Drills for my battery drills and an impact driver, so I can store that there. You can see various different things up the top here that I can store.
Look at those.
Up there. I've got
there's an oil filter right there.
And things. Over in this corner, where there is a video for this, and again, tools come and go, I've got some magnetic tool holders, and these are brilliant. You could just
those are actually pretty good.
All over there, and I can just reach out and grab
magnetic
really
tool holders.
Coming up above, fixing screws. So I've got shelves full of screws and all sorts of stuff going on there. And then as we come around here, I've got my glues and various other things that I would need to use.
Spicy.
Pots, easy access. And then there's a number of tools up there. There are Allen keys and hole cutters, more screws, all sorts of small things that I can store up there. The various bits of kit and tools that I need on that. So we've got those. Is what is really.
This guy has a clamp.
And obviously, as in
any workshop,
whatever, the shelving moves around.
Session, because
things come and go. But that is essentially where all this stuff is, right, really close to my bench. So it's easy access. Coming this side. Simply just a place to hang my saws, so they're out of the way, but easy access right next to the bench. So I put there, you've got some, and I hang various different clamps up there. You can see I use that side now. A lot of them are in my van at the moment, but you can see where I hang various
The ginger in this?
clamps, and they just sit there, easy access. One place that I store.
I don't know, it changes the flavor
See that.
in a good
Where
way.
do you store all those big boxes of power tools? Well, I put them up there.
Damn.
So they're actually out of the way. They're on the floor. They're at head height and above ceiling height, really. So I store my power tools. And you can see some videos to some of the tools I reviewed. But that's essentially storage for my power tools. I've also built this, just hanging underneath, which is to store batteries.
It's my friend calling me.
All your batteries, tools. I've got some others in the boxes, but I often store them up there so I can reach up and grab. Just a nice little easy.
I have to reject that.
Batteries, just sitting underneath the tools. Sitting high up in the corner and the back, we've got all sorts of jigs and templates and things. All the stuff that I use, and brackets that are in boxes that are out of the way. But
I was getting a little bit.
I need them for various jobs.
Storage, clamps.
So you can see there.
Wood storage, that sounds
wood
good.
Storage is
I mean,
going
that's good.
there, along the back wall. Got various bits.
That, my friend, is so you can get good wood, let it dry for a bit,
have some nice bits there.
and you make good furniture.
I'll just move my stool. Anything that's bigger sheets end up on this back wall, as you can see. So I use that for bigger sheets or bigger pieces that I'm storing in here up against for wood storage. So again, it's about thinking, where can I put things that doesn't mean I'm going to get overrun and I just simply can't get in here. So it's about using every space, and every space having a purpose.
He's got a lot of wood for a little
I have hanging on my wall
shop.
some sleds and some jigs. That's a router jig to